Welcome back to the Football Don't Lie podcast. In today's episode, our very awaited picks of Week 1 are going to be given by all of us, all three of us. We're going to be giving all our picks for Week 1. Like I said, starting off, let's get right into without further ado. Thursday Night Football, first game of the season, Bills versus Rams in Los Angeles. Super Bowl champions take on the Bills. Who do you guys have in this one?
Hudson, go ahead. Let you
Sure.
go first.
Very highly anticipated game. Finally, with football season underway, I get to see the Rams get their rings from last season, and then the Bills team, which is a very highly Super Bowl pick team, travel to Los Angeles and face the Rams for the first game of the season. I'm going to take the Bills in this one. You could really go either way and make an argument, but it's first game of the season, and I know that the Rams are going to be the favorite in this game, it being in Los Angeles and obviously just getting their rings and stuff. But I think the Bills are on a mission this season. Cut short last season and somehow of a miracle from Mahomes and the Chiefs. But I think the Bills start the season with a win on prime time and let everybody know that they're coming.
I concur with that pick. I also have the Bills winning Week 1 against the Rams. The Rams are still a good team, don't get me wrong, but I just think the Bills have been just waiting for this moment ever since they lost to Kansas City to get the season started, and they're on a mission this year. It's gonna be a great game. I really hope it's a really good game. Thursday night, open the season, and both teams are healthy too, except for the Bills, who don't have Trey White. But I'm looking forward to it. But I think the Bills pull it out. Josh Allen should have his way, as long as he stays away from Jalen Ramsey and they somehow protect him against Aaron Donald. I expect Gabe Davis to have a big game because Diggs is going to get shadowed by Ramsey. So I have a feeling that Gabe Davis is going to be the one doing the majority of the scoring for Buffalo, but should be a really good game.
Anyone know the spread? Do you guys know what the spread is?
Yeah, it's Bills minus 1.5, and I'd actually go with the Bills. I'd take the spread 1.5.
Okay, so they're favored.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna take the Rams. It's very close. I really want to take the Bills. Tre'Davious White not being able to play is a big part of why I'm taking the Rams. The secondary looks. I mean, Jordan Poyer. I don't know if he's fully 100% from that injury he suffered at training camp. You have a very young rookie corner in Kyrie Elam, and with the likes of Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, I don't really know how he's gonna fare. So that's the deal breaker for me. If Trey White was playing, I would have taken the Bills for sure. But I'm gonna take the Rams in this one. It's gonna be very close. That's a great first game, Bills versus Rams.
It is.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams in this one. Next we got on Sunday, obviously all the other games on Sunday. Starting off with the San Francisco 49ers against the Chicago Bears, 1 p.m. game. What do you guys have in this one?
I think fairly easily, I'm taking the 49ers in this game. Going to be fun to see Trey Lance go against Justin Fields, two of the top QBs from the 2021 draft class. I really don't think the Bears are going to be giving us much excitement this season outside of Justin Fields' performance, but the 49ers are going to be a team to watch, team with a really high ceiling and a really low floor to me. So going to be looking forward to see how Trey Lance plays, especially as a person who's not really high on this 49ers team. I think I have them finishing below 500 or maybe at 9-8 or something. So I'm going to take the 49ers here. I think starting off with the Bears is going to be a nice start to their season, and they take the dub.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's Bear. I think I mentioned in my season prediction video, I think the Bears are a trash team. And I expect the 49ers to win pretty easily. And I'm surprised. The spread's only San Francisco -7. I think it should be way higher than that. In fact, I'd take it in a heartbeat. I think Justin Fields is going to have a hard time. He's going to get his offensive line is not that good. He's going to get torched around. And San Francisco should have their way against Chicago's bad secondary. So I think this should be a very easy win for San Francisco. But you never know. Week 1, any given Sunday. So we'll see. But I think the 49ers should win pretty easily.
The 49ers will win this game. It's pretty easy for me to say. I'm a Trey Lance fan. Trey Lance season is upon us, man. He's gonna be really, really good. He's gonna be great. And the Niners team, I said this in the preview, they always seem to sneak into the playoffs, the wild card, whatnot. They're gonna do well this season. I know they've had some losses, but um, they brought back a lot of their key pieces. And I believe Trey Lance can be the chosen one. So I'm taking the Niners by at least 14 points in this game against the Bears. The Bears, they're garbage. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about the Bears. Just their O line is terrible. And Justin Fields might just get killed on the field one day. He keeps playing with that O line. Next, we got a divisional rivalry: Cincinnati Bengals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you guys have in this one?
Louis looking for the game. Sorry. I'm going to take the Bengals in this one. I think Steelers. Mike Tomlin hasn't announced who's going to be the starting quarterback. I'm guessing most likely it's going to be Mitch Trubisky. But I think no matter who it is, I'm going to take the Bengals in this one. Obviously, the Super Bowl hangover has proved to teams that have lost in the Super Bowl don't typically tend to make the playoffs the following year, but I think the Bengals are going to be an exception for that. And I think they start off their season with the dub in division is going to be a big one.
I agree again. I was inclined to pick the Steelers because the Steelers always win some of these most random games that you don't think they have a shot in. But Cincinnati's just too good. Huh?
They beat the Bills. They beat the
Bills last year, week one.
Yeah.
Like, nobody expected it. So, yeah. So, but like, I'm gonna take Cincinnati. I really like Joe Burrow. Like, that's my guy. I think Jamar Chase is gonna have a big game against Pittsburgh's real secondary. Micah Fitzpatrick can do what he can, but that corner play is not that good. And Cincinnati's got to find a way to stop TJ Watt if they want to win convincingly. But if TJ Watt has his way, there could be a way the Steelers could win this game. But I'm going to take Cincinnati regardless.
I'm also going Cincinnati. I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers pull off the upset, though. They're just that sort of team that could do that. But I think Cincinnati is rightfully so the favorite after coming off a Super Bowl campaign where they just missed out. But I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to win that game. Then we have another divisional game: the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots.
I'll let you guys go first on this one.
Yeah, I can go ahead. Look, this is going to be a great matchup week one because two division rivals. The game's in Miami too. So I'm going to take the Dolphins. I think Tyreek Hill will have his way against the Patriots secondary. I'll be honest, I like what I've seen from Tua and the offense in the preseason. I think they should have their way, and their defense should be good enough to hold Mac Jones. So and the thing is that I'm not high on the Patriots. I have said it before in our predictions video. I don't think they'll be that good this year. But like their secondary is not that good, and they don't have any pass rush except for Matthew Judon. So the Patriots strike me as a weird team, but I think the Dolphins should take care of them. So yeah, I'm going to take them. And in fact, if I was betting on this game, I'd take the Dolphins -3 as well. Should be pretty convincing, I think. I don't like this Patriots team at all, period.
The only reason I'm taking the Dolphins is because it's in Miami.
Nice.
And because apparently Matt Patricia's calling plays, which is
that's another thing.
Absolutely disgusting as a Lions fan to see that. And I think the only like major injury is the best corner in Miami being injured. But apart from that, I think that I think Miami will win this game. I think they'll split the New England game. I think New England will win. Miami will win week 1, and then I think week 17 is when they play. New England will win. I have Miami winning this one.
Before you go, Hudson, Xavier Howard's out? Who was this? Oh, he's on the 4-week thing, right?
No, wait. No, you mean Byron Jones.
Byron Jones.
Byron Jones is out. I think everyone's playing.
Oh, that was Suhas throwing shade. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna argue that. We can save that for another day, but we'll just leave it at Xavier Howard is the best cornerback on the Dolphins, not in the league, but I already have it written down. I have the Dolphins winning this game pretty easily. I respect. I'm not going to really argue too much that the Dolphins will sweep because there's definitely a good chance that we can split. But I think the Dolphins are going to come out firing. This is going to be a game that the Dolphins need to win, especially looking at the next 3 games after this. You have the Ravens week 2, you have the Bills week 3, and then the Bengals week 4 in Cincinnati on Thursday Night Football. So just a tough 3-week span. This is going to be a game that you're going to need to win. And I think McDaniel and Tua and Tyreek Hill, everybody on the team knows that, and we're gonna pull out some plays from the back of the playbook. Just surprise this team. Belichick is not going to know what's coming for him. I think the Dolphins win this one pretty easily. And even in Miami, Patriots players are going to be cramping. There's going to be multiple injuries on their side. I think we start the season off right.
Okay. Now we have that done. Let's move on to the next game, which is going to be the Panthers versus the Browns. Hudson, I'm gonna let you go first on this one. We'll have Tatus go last. What do you think is going to happen in this game?
I have the Panthers winning this game. I'm not gonna lie, I was debating here and there, but when we look at probably one of the most important positions, which is quarterback, we see that Jacoby Brissett is going to be starting this game for the Browns. And just talking about the Dolphins, if you couldn't tell from a Dolphins fan, Jacoby Brissett was our starting quarterback last year for some of our games, almost half the season, with Tua being injured. And he didn't win a single game. He only beat the Texans. The Texans was the only team he beat. And it was just an awful span of Tua being out and Jacoby Brissett being the guy in there because he was just so unelusive. That's not even a word. He was just so slow and so slow in the pocket and getting out of there. And it was just annoying watching him play and just seeing him throw the football. I think the Browns are going to be struggling for the first 11 or 10 games, whatever, with Brissett starting at quarterback. And that's why I think that they're going to finish the season poorly. But I'm going to have the Panthers winning this game. I'm excited to see what Mayfield and McCaffrey can do. First time seeing them in a little while.
Yeah, first time seeing healthy CMC in a while. If the Panthers don't win this game, bro, then there's something wrong. You're playing against a very depleted Browns team. I was going back and forth a little bit because of the defense of the Browns. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. Yeah, simply because of what just Hudson just said it. The quarterback position is very lacking in Cleveland right now. Didn't they just release Josh Rosen? Didn't they pick someone else up? They probably picked up did they pick up Kellen Mond? Or was that someone else?
Yeah, they did.
For their practice squad, I think.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kellen Mond starts some games later on. Yeah. But I'm going with the Panthers in this one.
I'm really excited because I get to see CMC. It's been a minute. And I think I'm not going to win. I hope he stays healthy this entire season. And I'm excited to see what Baker does against his former team. I have a feeling that the coaching staff is going to be inclined to let him pass a lot during this game, let him control the game. But I do want to say one other thing. The Panthers better be careful with McCaffrey this year. There better not be games where McCaffrey's having 30-plus touches at all. I expect McCaffrey to have under 25, maybe even 20 touches a game, just so they can alleviate his workload, let Dante Foreman take some of the load. But I expect us to win this game against the Browns. I think our defense is going to surprise a lot of people. Brian Burns coming off the edge is just a menace. And Jeremy Chin lurking around. Yeah. I really hope we win this game convincingly. But I am a little scared because Myles Garrett is a game wrecker. So, if he makes a few plays, then the Browns could easily win this game. But I think McCaffrey and Mayfield will take control. I think we'll win this game pretty easily.
Hassan Reddick loss is big or not?
It is. But the thing is that we have so many young other pieces. Yetur Gross-Matos is in there, and then you have other pass rushers, Matt Ioannidis, Brandon's. I'd rather let Frankie Louvu and guys like that have more of an opportunity Reddick is a beast, don't get me wrong, and his loss will hurt, but I feel like Burns was getting double teamed a lot last year, which is why it allowed Reddick to get free. So we'll see. I expect Gross Matos to take a big leap though. So again, anything can happen, but I expect us to win. So we'll see.
And speaking of Hassan Reddick, the Eagles are playing the Lions, Week 1. What you guys got for this game? I'm interested. I'm gonna go last on this one as a Lions fan.
I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't automatically just taking the Eagles here. If this was last season Week 1 opener, it definitely would have been. But the Lions are a different team now. This team's going to be exciting to watch, especially next year with more than likely a new rookie quarterback at the helm. And I think the Lions are definitely going to be a more improved team than they were last year. Not sure if they're at that playoff level yet, but I think that they're going to give some competition to their guys this year. But in this Week 1 opener, I'm going to be taking the Eagles here. I think they have the experience, and bringing in AJ Brown. This team's obviously destined to try to compete for a title. Not sure if they're going to be there yet, but I think soon this season's definitely going to be a nice starting point. I think Jalen Hurts can really be that guy for Philly.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take the Eagles here. This team, like I mentioned before in our predictions video, I think the Eagles are going to go. I think the Eagles are going to be a top 4 seed. They're going to win their division. This team is loaded on defense and offensively. They have the firepower. And another thing is that I'm pretty sure y'all have heard it. No team in the NFC East has won the division twice in a row. So I'm going to continue with that trend. And I think the Eagles get the job done against Detroit. Detroit's a good team. A lot of young pieces, but they won't have enough talent to keep up with Philadelphia Week 1, in my opinion. So yeah, I have the Eagles winning. I'd say by touchdown-ish, 7 to 10 points.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. I can't lie. I went back and forth. I'll have to say I'm gonna take the Eagles though. I don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk though. They're gonna have to earn it. I think the Lions are it's gonna be a test for the Lions and their young players. I'm super excited to see how the young corners hold up Oruwariye Okuda against AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. I think the offense is much improved, as we all know. The Lions have a top 5 O-line. DeAndre Swift is primed for a breakout season. Unfortunately, Jameson Williams is going to be out for like the first 4 to 6 games, but we don't want to rush him back. I think the Eagles will simply win this because of the talent discrepancy, but the Lions will fight and they'll play hard. And that's all I can really ask for here against a much more talented team like the Eagles. All right, moving on to the next game. We're actually going to go with Saints versus Falcons, a divisional game in the NFC South. Hudson, what do you got on this one?
Well, on you. I really don't have much, to be honest. I'm taking the Saints really without a doubt. Falcons are going to be looking for that number 1 spot in next year's draft, and I think the Saints really just take this one easily.
Yeah, I have the Saints winning this one pretty much easily as well. I'm not really high on the Falcons. I don't like them at all. I think they're one of the more trash teams in our league. So yeah, I have the Falcons winning pretty easily, and another safe bet to cover 5.5. So yeah.
You said you have the Falcons winning?
No, the Saints.
Oh, okay, the Saints.
The Saints will easily cover 5.5.
The Saints are going to win this game. Yeah, I think it's not even going to be that close. We're going to see Alvin Kamara is going to start. Jameis Winston's going to start. Michael Thomas is going to start. I saw a video on TikTok saying Michael Thomas is this year's Deebo Samuel. How do y'all feel about that? Yeah, Michael Thomas. He's healthy. He's healthy.
No way. He's healthy doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything.
But the Saints will win this game.
Michael Thomas is a cancer.
He's not a cancer. Next we got Colts versus Texans. Another fairly easy prediction, I think.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts in this one. I'm really high on this Colts team now that they have Matt Ryan in there too. So I'm looking forward to watching them. I think they start off the season with an easy win.
Yeah, I agree. Matt Ryan. I think Jonathan Taylor will run all over Houston. Should be a pretty comfortable win for Indianapolis.
Indianapolis will win this game. I'm very excited to see Dameon Pierce against the Colts defense. But I think Jonathan Taylor will run wild, and the Colts will easily win this game. As you move on to the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Washington Commanders.
In this game, I have the Commanders winning. You could really go either way. I think that we might have different predictions for this one. I have the Commanders winning though. Trust me, this win does not lead to many more. But I think against the Jaguars here, the Commanders are going to have a ton of experience on their team. And I think Carson Wentz does really well with Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, et cetera. And Commanders are going to be looking good. People are going to be talking about them after this game, I think, after they win. But it's really not going to lead to much more.
I'm actually going to take the upset here. I'm going to take the Jaguars to win.
Is it really an upset, though?
It is an upset.
According to the spread, it is, yeah.
It is an upset. Washington is favored by 3. I'm taking the upset. I like the Jags in this game. They may not have the experience, but they have the talent. Trevor Lawrence is a way better quarterback, in my opinion, than Carson Wentz. I think Travis Etienne and that offense, they'll get going early against Washington's defense. Washington, they're a mediocre team, and I expect the Jags to pretty much hang in and win this game. I think this will be a high scoring game though. Should be if I were a sports bettor, I would take the over in this game. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Jags, and I take the Jags +3 pretty easily as well.
I'm also taking the Jaguars. Look, I picked the Commanders to finish last in the division, so I'm not high on this team at all. The only player who I'm invested in is Terry McLaurin, and unfortunately for him, he has an absolute trash can as his QB. But for the Jacksonville Jaguars, they spent all that money. Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, got Trayvon Walker with the #1 pick. I think they're going to put that to good use. They're going to win this game. I think it probably is an upset, but I just do not like the Commanders at all. And I think the Jaguars are one of those teams. I mean, they did it. Didn't they do it against the Colts last year?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Against the same QB. So
they've got talent.
They have talent. So I think I'm gonna take the Jaguars in this game. Then we can move on to Baltimore versus the Jets.
It's really not that much of a game here. I'm gonna take the Ravens. They get to play against their longtime QB prior in Joe Flacco, which should be a decent, little
Joe
get
Flacco
together. Huh?
He started?
Yeah, Joe Flacco started.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zach Wilson's hurt, remember?
Yeah.
No, I forgot Mike White was on the team.
No, Mike White's the backup. Joe Flacco
backup,
should be starting.
Yeah, Flacco's gonna start.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mike White entered the game.
I thought Mike White was going to start though.
I think they already announced Flacco was going to start. I'm
No,
not sure if it's
right.
been official, but I think Schefter said that he was going to start. I don't know, something like that. But I really think no matter who plays, the Ravens are going to win this game.
I agree. I think the Ravens win against the Jets. If Zach Wilson was playing, I'd be a little inclined to take the upset because the Ravens are a weird team week 1 of the season usually. 2 consecutive week 1s in a row they've lost. So I was a little inclined, but with Joe Flacco starting Mr. Mediocre at QB, I think Lamar and the Ravens should comfortably win this game in MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, but I'm taking the Ravens. Like nothing else to add here. Pretty easy pick. Then we got New York Giants versus Tennessee Titans.
And going back to what Tage said with the Ravens, I remember sitting on the Discord call watching the Ravens play the Raiders week 1. I think it was Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
It was
Monday Night Football. Yeah,
That game went to
crazy.
overtime. It was like we thought it was the game of the year. We never got to the Chargers.
Kick. It was
Raiders
the
game.
kick won. The kick won the game, right?
Yeah.
It was like a
It was
locked up
the touchdown.
to Zay
Live
Jones.
touchdown. Yeah.
Oh, it was AJ. Yeah.
Yeah. But in this Titans and Giants game, I think that there's always one game in week one that makes you go, like, what the hell? Like, how did that just happen? It was the Bills Steelers game last year. And this year, I think it's going to be the Giants and Titans game. I have the Giants winning this game. People are going to be thinking, can Daniel Jones really be that guy? Is Brian Daboll really going to find the answer to Daniel Jones? The answer is no. They're just going to somehow win this game. Not sure what it's going to look like, but I'm taking the Giants over the Titans week one.
This is one of the more iffy games, in my opinion. I'm thinking about it, but yeah, I'm going to do it. I agree with Hudson. I think the Giants are going to somehow upset this game. Look, the Titans are fraudulent. Ryan Tannehill is not a good quarterback. If I'm not mistaken, he's like 35.
35.
Malik Willis should be the starting QB.
He's going to. I think
eventually I think he will. And I don't think Derrick Henry is going to be enough. So yeah, give me the Giants in the upset. I think Saquon has a monster game against that Tennessee defense. So yeah, give me the Giants.
Y'all know I've been high on the Giants. I said that they were gonna win like 7 games or something. So I'm taking the Giants in this one. I was surprised you guys took the Giants. I thought I would be the only one, but I'm taking the Giants.
Yeah,
I'm taking the Giants. I think Brian Daboll. I think he might be able to pull some strings here with Daniel Jones. He's not going to completely turn him around, but he might be able to work some stuff out with them. Yeah, Saquon's going to go wild. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to go wild. So I'm going with the Giants. We can move on to the next game, a divisional game, Packers versus Vikings, NFC North. What do you guys have in this one?
This game is going to be a good one. I think it will. The Packers played the Saints last season in week one. That game really didn't go well. I think the final score was like 33 Saints. But in this game, I'm going with the Vikings. I think this team's going to be good this year. And I know that they have the talent every single year to do it. They always underperform. But this year, I think they're going to be able to get it done. New head coach in Kevin O'Connell, if that's correct, I'm pretty sure. And I think the Vikings are really going to use their talent for good reasons. And I think that they're going to be able to make the playoffs this year. And they start out by beating the Packers in a big-time game.
The spread is Packers minus 1.5, by the way.
Minus 1.5, yeah.
That would be more, but
give me Green Bay. Give me Aaron Rodgers. I don't care about anything else. Give me Aaron Rodgers week one against the Minnesota Vikings defense. That's all I need. I don't care who's playing receiver for Green Bay. Give me Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers will make it work. Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon should feast all day, all over Minnesota. And I think the Green Bay defense is going to surprise a lot of people. That secondary is really good. Darnell Savage and Jair Alexander, excellent pass rush, good linebacking core. They might not be able to hold, and now they have Jair Alexander to take out Justin. He won't take out Justin Jefferson. He'll contain him though. But I expect the Packers to win this game. Aaron Rodgers will somehow find a way to make Green Bay win this game. And I do not trust Kirk Cousins. Pretty much my reasoning for why I think Green Bay wins this game.
Y'all know every time I have the opportunity to pick against the Packers, I will do it. And I'm going with the Vikings in this one. I think this is the Justin Jefferson coming out party. He's going to show out against the top tier corner. He's going to own him. And Justin Jefferson's going to be the man. They also stole Zadarius Smith from the Packers. The Vikings did. Yeah. That's a big gain for the Vikings, a big loss for the Packers. I don't think people are talking about. I don't really know who Aaron Rodgers is going to throw to consistently. Might see a lot of Aaron Jones in the passing game, Allen Lazard maybe, but maybe Christian Watson. I think that the Vikings are going to pull this one out. I'm going to go with the Vikings in this one. it is the upset, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings. When we can then move on to the Chiefs versus the Cardinals. What do y'all have in this one?
I have the Chiefs winning this game. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit skeptical about taking Kansas City, but I think with DeAndre Hopkins being out for the first 6 games, Kyler Murray's really going to struggle. I take that back. He's not really going to struggle. I think this is where Marquise Brown is really going to break out now that he is a reliable quarterback, somewhat. In Kyler Murray, I think he's really going to do well the first 6 weeks of the season. Obviously, things are going to cool down when D-Hop comes back, but I don't think this is going to be enough. I think the Chiefs are going to take this one. Filled in their 2 losses of Tyrann Mathieu with Eric Reed, Justin Reed, and then the receivers with Marcus Valdez-Scantling, Juju Smith-Schuster, Sky Moore. So a couple role players. I think that'll be enough to take down this Cardinals team, though.
Yeah, I agree. Y'all should know my opinion about the Arizona Cardinals. The most fraudulent franchise, in my opinion. A playoff team last year. They will not be a playoff team this year. Book it. I think Arizona is fraudulent. The spread is Kansas City -4.5. Should be Kansas City -10, in my opinion. Patrick Mahomes is going to have a field day. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, look out for him. I think he runs all over Arizona, and I think they get the job done pretty easily, pretty convincingly. Arizona's fraudulent. They can't stop a fly. And Kyler's is going to struggle without having too many offensive threats. Marquise Brown is really going to have to do a lot, and I don't think he can. So, yeah, give me Kansas City pretty convincing.
Yeah, Kansas City is winning this game. Kansas City really filled in all the holes that they lost. I mean, they lost Tyreek Hill, but Tyreek Hill was made by Patrick Mahomes. And they got Juju, they got Sky Moore. Kansas City is going to be great. They're going to be one of the best teams in the league again. They're going to run wild over the Cardinals. The Cardinals are not the team that a lot of people think they are. Without DeAndre Hopkins, for sure, give me the Chiefs in this one. Next game is the Raiders versus the Chargers. Rematch of the wild card game from last year, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a wild card, but
the Week 18 game. The Chargers didn't make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, the Chargers. It was the game to send the
Yeah.
Raiders into the wild card game, right? What do you guys have in this one?
I have the Chargers winning this game. I think it's going to be a really, really fun game to watch. And like I said, I think the Chargers are going to take this one. I think the Chargers are really going to be on a mission this year. Justin Herbert's trying to prove that he can be in that elite conversation. The Raiders' offense is really going to be nice, but this Chargers defense is also really impressive and improved over the course of this offseason. But I think the Raiders' defense trying to stop this Chargers' offense is really going to be hard, and that's where they're going to be taking it. I think this Chargers team is just better all around. They're one of the most complete teams in the league, one of probably the most if you want to go into depth. And I think this team is really going to prove that they can be one of the top contenders in the league.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking the Chargers. This should be a close game. This would be one of the better games in the 4 o'clock window. I expect a really tightly contested game. Should go down to the wire, but I think the Chargers will pull this out. It'll be a very close game, though. I think Devontae Adams will have a really good day, but I think it'll be Justin Herbert and his playmaking along with Mike Williams that should take over. The Raiders secondary is very susceptible. So I think Keenan Allen and Mike Williams will have big days, and I think the Chargers will get it done.
Okay, I'm also going to take the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to win this game. And although the Raiders are a very good team, the Chargers are one of the top 5, top 6 teams in the NFL. They're that good. So I'm going to go with the Chargers in that one. And next, I'm pretty sure the next games are the 7:25, or 8:25 Cowboys versus Bucks, and the Monday game. So Cowboys versus Bucks. Y'all were talking about how hard this was a decision to make before we started recording. What do you guys have?
Yeah, I was down to the wire, really taking the Bucks or the Cowboys. We saw this matchup on Thursday Night Football last year. The only difference was that it was on Thursday Night Football. Plus, it was in Dallas. It was in Tampa Bay. The Super Bowl champions coming off of their game-winning season. But I really don't think there's going to be a different outcome. I think it's going to be a good game. Could go either way, but I think the Bucks will come out on top. They're going to want to start the season off big time, and I think that they do so. I don't think Chris Godwin's going to play this game, but I think same with Gallup for the Cowboys, and I think the receiving core is going to be a bit questionable past CeeDee Lamb for Dallas. So I think I'm going to be taking Tampa here, and it's probably the safer pick.
Yeah, this one was a hard one for me to pick, but I'm gonna have to go with Tom Brady and Buccaneers. I think they get the job done. It should be a very good game. I'm glad this one was a Sunday night game too, because I think Dak Prescott and Brady will be dueling each other. I don't want a defensive game; that'd be boring. But I want to see how Dak Prescott does with CeeDee Lamb and Dalton Schultz, essentially his only targets. Should be interesting to watch. And Tom Brady without Chris Godwin, I'm interested to see. He's got Julio Jones. He's got Russell Gage. Also, he doesn't have Gronk either. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. But I think Brady should pull this one out. It'll be a very close game, though. But I hope both teams have a shootout. It should be a good one on Sunday night. But I'm going to take the Bucks.
I'm going with the GOAT. I'm going with Brady. He's winning this game. I really don't know how the Cowboys are going to handle CeeDee Lamb being doubled every time. He's going to get so much attention, and Dak Prescott's going to have to feed. I'm expecting the rookie, the rookie's Jalen Tolbert. My bad, I mixed him up with the other one. Jalen Tolbert's going to get some receptions. He's going to have to be ready because CeeDee Lamb is going to get doubled, maybe even tripled every time. Dalton Schultz is going to receive similar attention. Ezekiel Elliott's gonna have to be on his game, man. The run game is gonna be half. I know Dallas is the number one passing offense as far as how many times they pass, but as far as the run game is concerned, this is their best bet because they don't have the weapons necessary.
Tampa's run defense is so good though. That's another issue that Dallas is gonna run into. I think Tony Pollard is gonna have to play a big role in this game, more of a receiver rather as a runner.
They're just going to need some more options, and I really don't know where they're going to get it from. So I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. As we move on to the last game of the week, Monday night, Russell Wilson against his former team, Broncos versus Seahawks. Fairly easy prediction, though, I think.
It is a pretty easy prediction. I'm taking the Broncos here. Looking forward to seeing how Russell Wilson looks in a Broncos jersey, and then plus how he's going to. I think he's going to mix well in not in the Broncos jersey with the receivers. I think the chemistry has been clicking all summer for them, and I think it's going to translate into the season. Really don't think the Seahawks are going to be looking to do anything this season. They may be taking their quarterback in next year's draft, but for this week one matchup, I think the Broncos just destroy them all on both sides of the ball.
This is an interesting game for me. I'm going to take the Broncos, but if I was a bettor, I would take Seattle plus 6.5. This game is going to be closer than what people think, just because the fact that Russell Wilson in high moment situations, like this is going to be a high moment situation, coming back home to Seattle, crowd is going to be, cheering him on, and then they're going to be booing him. It's going to be weird playing against a team that you were on for the past, 9 seasons. It's going to be weird for Russ, and I don't think he'll get it. I don't think he'll do well off the bat. So I think they'll struggle in the first half, but I think once they figure things out, it'll be Javonte Williams carrying the load and propelling Denver to a win. But it'll be a closer game than people think, which is why I'd say if you're a bettor, take Seattle plus 6.5. But I'm going to take Denver to win the game.
I'm taking Denver as well. I think Denver is clear-cut the better team. Seattle is going to be one of the worst teams in the league. There is an added pressure for Russell Wilson, though, like you said, coming back to Seattle. But I think he's gonna pull it out in the end. Broncos will win this game. And yeah, before we wrap up, we do have to give our we did this last season. I think
Yeah. Players of
offensive and defensive players of the week from both conferences. So whichever one of you guys are ready, NFC offensive and defensive player of the week. Same with AFC. We can start off with the AFC. Yeah, it's whichever one of you guys wants to just fire off. Go for it.
Go ahead, Hudson.
Sure. I'll start out with the AFC. I'll take Lamar Jackson going against this Jets defense. I think without Marquise Brown, especially, he's going to have to take matters into his own hands. And he may have over 100 yards in the rushing this game. And on the defensive side, I'm going to go with Patrick Surtain going against the Seahawks team on Monday Night Football. Maybe a bit of a hot take, but there's not really good chance that you get these right. So I'm going to go with Surtain. Big fan of him coming out of Alabama. So far, he's been the best cornerback from that draft class, but we've yet to really see J.C. Horn in full healthy potential. And on the NFC side, I'll go with A.J. Brown from the Eagles going against this Lions defense. Definitely not really an experienced one, so I'll go with him there. And then on the defensive side, I'll go with Nick Bosa going against the Chicago Bears offensive line. It may suck for Bears fans and Justin Fields to go down that many times, but I think Nick Bosa can really have a solid game against just such an awful offensive line.
On the AFC side, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, I'm gonna go with Patrick Mahomes. I think they'll have a big game against Arizona, and I think he shows the league that he was the one who made Tyreek Hill, not the other way around. And AFC Defensive Player of the Week, I'm gonna take Darius Leonard of the Colts. They're playing Houston. I think he'll have a big game. Should be a solid pick for that. And then NFC Offensive Player of the Week. This is a surprise for most of you, I think. I'm gonna go with Saquon Barkley.
Oh my God, bro!
I'm going with Saquon Barkley against Tennessee. I think he'll have a big game. And then NFC Defensive Player of the Week. I'm gonna go with Jair Alexander. I think he takes care of Justin Jefferson and should propel Green Bay to a win this week.
Okay. Let's go AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I'm going with Jonathan Taylor. He's gonna run wild all over the Texans. So I think this is a pretty easy pick for me. Defensive Player of the Week. One person is gonna be very surprised with my pick. Xavier Howard is my Defensive Player of the Week.
No way. The second best cornerback on the Dolphins.
Yes, he's gonna win Defensive Player of the Week to me.
Nice.
I mean, I just think that the Patriots they're not gonna fare well in Week 1. I think Xavier Howard will take advantage of that. Or should I go Javon Holland? No, I'm gonna go Xavier Howard. I'm gonna go Xavier Howard. And then moving on to the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Tay just stole my pick. It was gonna be Saquon Barkley. But I mean, I'll just give a second pick. Alvin Kamara against the Falcons. I think Alvin Kamara has a good shot as well. So take either or. And then my NFC Defensive Player of the Week. I'm gonna go with Nick Bosa. Against the Chicago Bears. Nick Bosa against that O-line, man. He's gonna feast. So yeah, those are gonna be my picks. That's where we're gonna wrap up this video. So make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Go check out our award predictions. That will also be up. And yeah, we'll see y'all later as always. Peace.